Here he is, finally, the longly awaited and anticipated Leroy Hemming from Mattel. Of course, this is one of the rookies that used to race against Doc Hudson back in the 1950s. And although he only had a very small and brief part in the movie, he definitely made an impression on us fans and collectors because he is such an amazing car. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling a little bit of deja vu right now because just a couple days ago, for the 12 Days of Christmas, I reviewed the Tomica version of Leroy Hemming over there. And just in the mail today, I got the Mattel version, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. But I hope you guys don't mind me reviewing the same character twice in a row. I mean, they're completely different from two entirely different brands, but I just wanted to put that out there as a disclaimer because I know it's kind of weird. I've never really done anything like this before, but since I got him in the mail, I thought, no better time to review him than right now. So I hope you guys will still enjoy this review. I'm certainly excited to open him up. So like I said, I got him just today from eBay, and now the prices for him on eBay are absolutely ridiculous. Like, I saw one in auction for $50, and that might not even be the ending price. But don't worry, I found a buy it now for way less than that. Thankfully, I don't know how I was so lucky, but I was able to get him for relatively cheap. He is in this new series called Doc's Racing Days. Number 51, of course, for the emblem. And this is actually like a new series for this time. There's been no other cars released in it so far. Of course, Heyday Smokey is in the same case as Leroy, and he's in, obviously, the same series, so you may see him as well. But this case has only been found in Australia, Malaysia, I believe, and is just recently starting to hit Target stores in California, and they're slowly making their way across the country here. So that's another reason why I decided to just buy them on eBay, because who knows when or if this case will even hit my area. And this is certainly one of the best cars they've released in a while. But anyway, the description for this series is, back in the day, Doc Hudson and friends mastered the racetrack with their quick wits and old school tires. And you can actually see another brand new release or character on the back here. This guy is called Duke Coulters, so he'll probably be released in the coming months. And another new release, which is Heyday River Scott. You can see he looks a little bit fresher than the old school version that we got a year or so ago. So I can't wait for him to be released as well, but obviously I am more looking forward to that new character Duke there. And there we have a nice picture of Doc racing against Junior Moon. So definitely a promising series. Hopefully there will be more cars like this in the series as well. We already know that Jet Robinson is being released in this series in both a 2-pack with Doc and as a single. That's been found in Australia so far as well. And that also happens to be the case with Cam Spinner and Metallic Florida Ramon. So oh my gosh, guys, I know crazy stuff is happening right now for Disney cars. We're getting all sorts of new releases. It's just crazy. I hope that all made sense. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. But without any further ado, we're going to get right into the unboxing of Leroy. Now, of course, Leroy appeared in that flashback scene when McQueen and Cruz Ramirez met with Smokey, Louise Nash, River Scott, and Junior Moon in the Cotterpin Bar in Thomasville. They were all reminiscing how amazing Doc was and how he always found that way to win, because Leroy essentially was the Jackson Storm of the 1950s. He was that new rookie on the field, on the track, along with all the veterans, which are Doc, Louise, and the others there. And he flipped over Leroy just like Cruz Ramirez flipped over Jackson Storm later on in the movie. So he does have a pretty significant part in orchestrating the inspiration for Cruz's move later on. So that's why I think a lot of people do like him. And he's also just a really cool looking car. Now, as I reviewed the Tomica version a couple days ago, obviously I said that they are 1/64 scale, whereas Mattel is 1/55. So obviously Leroy here is quite a bit bigger, and he's hefty too. Like, he is made out of some solid metal. And a lot of people are complaining about, you know, the Thailand cars. All the Thailand made cars now look gross, but I personally think Leroy looks pretty good. Like, if I didn't know about the whole Thailand thing, I would have thought this was a normal Chinese release here. But he is a Chrysler, so you can see the Chrysler text, I believe, spelled out there above the grille. That is supposed to say 100 there in that little hood ornament, but it's kind of unclear. Whereas the one on the Tomica version was a little bit clearer, especially on the trunk, which we'll obviously get to later on. But he's got nice headlight detailing there. Nice grille detailing for sure. The bumper is a separate piece. And it's awesome because the bumper is not even the same piece as the base, which I think is awesome. Fairdale Valley dealer, so that's one of his sponsors, but his main sponsor is Revolting, and his number is 300, which is absolutely crazy how high that is. You have a super blurry Revolting logo there. Orlando, Florida, probably his hometown maybe. Leroy Hemming in quotes right there. You have 300 on the roof, 355 horsepower. Same stuff on this side. It says full power and long lasting, referring to Revolting alternators. On the trunk here, you have the checkered flags, world's fastest, what does that say, production metal stock sedan. And this car qualified at 130.293 miles per hour. Super deja vu right now, I'm telling you, because of course we already went through all of this on the Tomica version of Leroy. And there is his license plate, which is Leroy, which is pretty, I don't know, I wouldn't say cocky, but yeah, you're pretty confident of yourself to make your own name your license plate. And there is that hood ornament or trunk ornament I was talking about that should say 100 on it, but the Tomica version definitely has it a little bit clearer. So let me know in the comment section below, do you prefer Tomica or Mattel when it comes to Leroy Hemming here? I mean, there are definitely pros of both. First of all, I definitely prefer the scale of Mattel. The larger quality definitely makes it better in my opinion because it's heavier, makes it feel more worth the money. But the thing about Tomica is that they've really been pumping out these cars, new characters, new cars, fast. So I mean, Leroy from Tomica has been out for like 6 months. And I mean, some of the decals were a little clearer. Maybe that's because of the switch to Thailand, who knows? I mean, Thailand has been known lately for cars to have kind of grainy decals that aren't as clear as from China. Also, I wanted to mention his tires are just black with black rims. Pretty boring, but that's how they were also with the Tomica version. I definitely, though, still prefer the Mattel version when it comes to Leroy here, just because he looks cooler. I love that expression way more than the, I don't know, kind of mild smiling expression on the Tomica version. And you can also see that their colors are a little different. And I think that the Mattel version is more accurate to the movie. So now let's kind of compare him to his racing pals, or I guess I should more say rivals. So here's Doc Hudson. This is an awesome shot. I remember it being in the trailer for the movie long ago. I mean, I guess it wasn't that long ago, only like a year and a half, but still, it's super awesome now to finally have these two cars at my fingertips. And you can make a really cool scene now. I mean, you got Heyday Louise Nash, you got Heyday Junior Moon, you got River Scott here as well. So you can make a nice little 1950s Piston Cup racing scene. And especially if you have Jet Robinson, which he'll be out soon widely in probably, I don't know, a couple months. He'll be like super widely available, and maybe in like a month he'll start hitting the United States. Maybe even sooner, I don't know. I don't work for Mattel. I wish I did. But let me know in the comment section below what you think of Leroy. Do you prefer Mattel or do you prefer Tomica? It's hard to go with Tomica because Mattel is just my home. It's my brand. So that is how I feel. But I do want to talk a little bit about the new year and what's coming for Disney Docket for 2019 before we conclude the video. I mean, things are going to change for sure. We need some change here on the channel. It's been the same old grind over the past couple years. So it's definitely time for some new things to happen to, you know, spruce it up, and I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are as well. But don't worry, fear not. I'll still be sticking to my same old traditions of reviewing the new cars and everything like that, doing some live streams here and there, and everything will be fine for people who, you know, have been with the channel for a long time. You guys will still hopefully be enjoying the cars reviews, but we're going to introduce some new content. We're probably going to introduce some new editing styles, some new thumbnails, just like a new aesthetic for the channel that I think will really spruce it up and make it more 2019. You know, you gotta modernize to keep with the times, but nonetheless, we're actually gonna go back to some old traditions as well. One of them being voting on what car you want me to review next. If you don't remember, I did this pretty much throughout the first half of 2017. So we're gonna get back to that because it seemed to be pretty popular. And the poll for today: Metallic Dino Draftsky, Adam Park, also known as the Carlo Veloso Pity, Christoph, or Sadeep. So those are your 4 options. Please vote in the top or right hand corner in that little pop-up. And yeah, that'll be my next diecast review probably, or at least of those 4. I may review something else in the meantime. But out of those 4, which one do you want me to review first? I'm going to probably guess it'll be between Adam and Dino, just because they are the coolest and seem to be the most widely liked. But yeah, I want to get back to that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to what's coming, because there's a lot of awesome stuff, you know, across Toy Story, Marvel, all those different things that I've been planning on doing. Those will finally come to fruition, I promise. So I'll see you guys in a couple days for another video, maybe even sooner. I do want to do a Christmas haul, so that'll be coming as well. So I'll see you guys then. Bye now.